So I think it's important that we start with your personal story, Mick. So what brought you into yoga and mindfulness?
Well, it's hopefully it's an interesting story. I've been practicing yoga and meditation, mindfulness, and teaching it now for about 30 years. I first got into yoga when I was a young architect in London, and round about my 30th birthday, I started to experience things I'd never experienced before. I started to experience stress and anxiety. And a lot of it was related to my work as an architect and just starting my career, very excited but also very anxious about everything. And I think working and living in London at the time, I started to feel a lot of pressure, and I started to put myself under a lot of pressure. Lots of people do. And I started to develop what we now know are as highly stressed symptoms. I started to have panic attacks. I started to feel very unwell, unhappy, very tired most of the time, in fact exhausted for no apparent reason. I started to find that I couldn't relate to people like I used to. I used to feel very nervous and frightened and anxious, and it got so bad that sometimes I just couldn't leave the house. I just couldn't go outside.
So what brought you to mindfulness meditation? I mean, you mentioned it was 30 years ago. That's a really long time. I mean, then we didn't know about this practice. So how did you get into it?
And often with these things, it's people you know. It's people who you know who say, "Oh, Mick, have you tried this? I've just been to this place. It was amazing." And they did a taster session, and the yoga teacher there just got us sitting on a chair and practicing drawing our attention inwards, which I'd never done before, never. But it seemed like it was the most natural thing in the world to do. And over that 20 minutes of just sitting in that room, I felt the most relaxed, the most complete, the most difficult words to describe, but just intact. I felt for the first time in a long time that I didn't have to worry and stress, that I could be myself. And being myself was brilliant. It was perfect. That's all people need to do.
So leaders who are watching us right now, they're probably wondering, so how soon will I get benefits of introducing mindfulness? How soon can I start running and getting all this great productivity, engagement, etc., etc.?
Yes.
So is there an easy formula?
Well, meditation itself is easy. It's very easy to do. But it takes practice. Like everything, it takes practice. You have to establish a regular practice for it to really work. It's only like using a new piece of software in the office. You've just got to train people into the use of that software and then get them to use it productively every day. And it's the same with meditation. Train people up on the process, on the technique, and then use it every day.
You only had 5 minutes to introduce someone into mindfulness practice. What would you do?
Right, well, one of the first things to do really is to help people build their awareness, build their attention, and that is important. Most of the time, and there's been lots of studies on this, most of the time, as I said before, we are walking around on autopilot. We're not really present to what's happening in the moment. So one of the first things to do is do a little exercise that we call stopping, which is basically just getting people to sit quietly and just draw their attention in to the moment and try to get them to recognize the pattern of thoughts that are going on, how the body feels, how the breath is working. It's just a few moments of just getting people to pay attention to what's happening in that moment without judgment. Sometimes people really struggle with it. Sometimes it's a huge light bulb moment for them. They go, "Wow, that's brilliant, I've never done that before." And they feel different straight away.
In this session, I'm going to share with you this very simple and very effective short tool, just a 3-minute tool of how to get back into this balance, especially mentally and emotionally. Often we get out of balance if someone says something, or we found out that different things didn't happen the way we wanted them to happen, and in general when we feel stressed out. This simple exercise will help you. You can do it anywhere, and it will help you to focus back on what's important, to get this balance of your mind and this clarity of what you need to do next. So it's like a little mind break, okay? So what you've got to do, first of all, of course, remember our key number one thing is your posture. If you sit in a chair, just make sure your spine is straight. And then what we're going to do in order to focus our mind, to bring it back to focus rather than start thinking different thoughts, is we're going to connect the tips of our fingers, like that, all tips of our fingers connected. And we're just gonna, you can put it on your lap, or you can just keep it next to your chest. And that's all you need to do, yeah? And then we're gonna start breathing, and it's a 3-minute breath, and I'm gonna do it with you so you can just follow me. And we're gonna inhale through the nose, exhale through our mouth, inhale through our mouth, and exhale through the nose. So it's alternative breathing, so it's a bit of a distraction for our mind as well, because it has to focus when to inhale through the nose, when to exhale through the mouth, when to inhale through the mouth, and when to exhale through the nose. And that's all you need to do. Your eyes are closed or gazing gently in front of you. Or you can put something nice, well, you can see me on your screen, but you can, you can put a nice picture on there. And then we close our eyes or keep them open, and then we inhale through the nose and exhale. And do it as gently and as slowly as we can. Sip in the air. And when you exhale, imagine you exhale anything that doesn't serve you. Any negative thoughts, any stress-related thoughts, any mental fatigue. And when you inhale energy, inhale clarity. And we remember doing it with abdominal breath. So we're gonna fill our stomach with air on inhale and empty it on exhale. And just stay there and breathe normally. Keep your hands together. And now inhale through the nose. Hold it for as long as you can. And when you're ready, exhale through the mouth. And one more time. Inhale, hold for as long as you can. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Release your hands, and again just let yourself just adjust to how you feel now. And I bet you feel much calmer, and you feel like you know what you need to focus on right now, and it's only take a few minutes. Hope you enjoy that. Try and practice it daily. Find a 3-minute, 5-minute break, and you will see the difference it makes to your day. So please keep your eyes closed, and let's get ready to do a little body scan. It's a little check-in with yourself, with your body. How is it doing? And when you learn to check in, to tune in into your body, you can better monitor your stress levels. So it's very simple. All you have to do is just follow my voice and pay attention to different areas of your body. So I'll close my eyes as well, and let's begin. I invite you to bring your attention to the top of your head, and now to the sides of your head and your ears, and to the back of your head, and just relax. And observe any sensations, any tensions, or maybe nothing at all in these areas. And now bring your attention to your forehead. Notice whether it has any heavy thoughts, any worries, and just let them go. And bring your attention to your eyes, and as your eyelids are closed, and your nose, inhaling and exhaling, and your mouth. Notice if your teeth are touching or not. Notice the position of your tongue, and just relax your mouth. Relax your teeth, and relax your chin, and let all your face and your head just relax a little bit more. And now bring your attention to your neck area, an important bridge, as we said, between your head and your body. And just again observe, notice any tensions, any sensation. And bring your attention to your shoulders and your arms and your hands, and just let it go a little bit, let the tension go. And now move down your spine, vertebra by vertebra, from your upper back to your lower back, noticing any sensations, any tensions, and let your back relax. And now bring your attention to your chest area. That's where we hold our emotions. Notice whether it's tight or relaxed, and with your out breath just relax it a little bit more and let go. And now travel down to your stomach and feel it rising and falling as you breathe in and out. And bring your attention to your thighs and your knees and your calves and your feet. And now you have the full attention of your body, full awareness of your body. Just enjoy it for a minute. Imagine yourself in this bubble, in this healthy content bubble. And when you're ready, take a deep inhale, hold your breath, and exhale. And you can open your eyes now, and just notice how you feel. Now to get back to our energy levels, we just need to shake a little bit. So I'm gonna shake, 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 shake up. Let your colleagues shake with you. It's so great. Just to gives you energy. It's a brilliant exercise, and it's really funny when you do it together. Believe me, I've done it with many teams. It's great, great stuff. We do some dancing as well, so maybe for next time. Okay, and now look at me and smile, and let's connect back to the outside world, and yeah, let's keep going, keep working, keep living.
The human mind has evolved to think in such a way that it naturally creates psychological suffering. You see, back in the Stone Age, 200,000 years ago, life was pretty dangerous for our caveman ancestors. So if a caveman or cavewoman wanted to survive, their minds had to constantly be on the lookout for things that might hurt or harm them. And if that cave person's mind wasn't good at predicting, spotting, or avoiding danger, what happened to her? The default setting of the caveman mind was safety first, and we in the modern world have inherited this. Our modern minds are constantly warning us of things that might hurt or harm us. The caveman mind says, "Watch out, there might be a bear in that cave, you could get eaten. Watch out, that shadow on the horizon might be an enemy from another clan, you could get speared." Our modern mind then does worrying, predicting the worst, avoiding anything that scares you, anxiety in all of its different forms. Back in caveman days, you survive an encounter with a bear or a wolf, then it's useful to replay it. It's useful for your mind to go over the events and remember what you did to survive so that you're better prepared for next time. But in our modern world, we go over and over painful memories, dwelling on them, reliving them, even when there's nothing useful to learn or the lesson has been well and truly learned a long time ago.
In this session, I would like to share with you an exercise that can help you in the moments of crisis, where you experience high level of stress and where you have to make a decision and you're not sure how you're going to make it because you feel overwhelmed. It's a very simple exercise. It only takes 3 minutes, but what it's going to do, it's going to balance both hemispheres of your brain. It will synchronize your analytical brain with your creative brain, and that will help you to get a full assessment of the situation and make the right decision. It will also work with your parasympathetic nervous system that will help to instill calm into you. So you will become peaceful, content, and you will be able to look at the situation objectively. So just follow my instructions. We're going to do it together. And as I said, it will help you in the moment of crisis or when you experience high level of stress. But also if you do it on a daily basis, it will help to protect you from any stressful events. So what we're going to do, we're going to connect the tips of our fingers and thumbs together like that, and we're going to put our forearms parallel to the ground, with our thumbs facing the chest. So it's going to look like that, So we're going to inhale gently through our nose and exhale in 8 light strokes, and then repeat again. I invite you to close your eyes, and we're going to do this exercise for 3 minutes. So you just follow me, keep your hands straight, and make sure your fingertips pressing against each other, and inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth in 8 gentle strokes. And your last one. And now inhale deeply through the nose and hold. Hold your breath. Maintain your hand position. And exhale through the mouth in 1 stroke. And again, inhale gently through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And 1 more time. And exhale. Good. Release your hand position. Keep your eyes closed for a second. Just breathe normally. And now open your eyes. How do you feel? Now you're ready to make a decision. Now you feel more powerful against a stressful situation. So keep doing it daily, and you will find the impact will be extremely beneficial.
In the Stone Age era, as a caveman or cavewoman, you have to fit in with the group. If you are alone, you will soon die. So your mind compares you to others in the group. Am I fitting in? Am I contributing enough? Am I following the rules? Am I doing anything that might get me thrown out? Now, in modern life, we're always comparing ourselves to others. But the problem is we're no longer in a small group. Our groups are enormous today, and we carry with us devices that constantly feed us images and stories of people all over the planet. This constant comparison ramps up our fear of being judged or rejected or not fitting in or just not being good enough. The caveman mind tells you you need more food, you need more water, better weapons, better shelter. The cave people who thought this way lived longer and had more offspring. Unfortunately, in the modern world, this manifests as greed, dissatisfaction, craving, wanting. It's never enough. I need more, more, more. And if all of that wasn't bad enough, these Stone Age thought patterns are intensified by the sheer pace and complexity of modern life. Our frantic existence, rushing from task to task, that never-ending to-do list. So, when your mind starts doing this unhelpful stuff, as all minds do, remember it's not defective or abnormal, and it's not deliberately trying to make your life difficult. It's simply doing the job it has evolved to do, trying to keep you safe and save you from pain.
Not so long ago, many scientists believed that the brain did not change after childhood, that it was hardwired and fixed by the time we became adults. But recent advances in only the last decade now tell us that this is simply not true. The brain can and does change throughout our lives. It is adaptable, like plastic. Hence, neuroscientists call this neuroplasticity. How does neuroplasticity work? If you think of your brain as a dynamic, connected power grid, there are billions of pathways or roads lighting up every time you think, feel, or do something. Some of these roads are well-travelled. These are our habits, our established ways of thinking, feeling, and doing. Every time we think in a certain way, practice a particular task, or feel a specific emotion, we strengthen this road. It becomes easier for our brains to travel this pathway. Say we think about something differently, learn a new task, or choose a different emotion. We start carving out a new road. If we keep travelling that road, our brains begin to use this pathway more, and this new way of thinking, feeling, or doing becomes second nature. The old pathway gets used less and weakens. This process of rewiring your brain by forming new connections and weakening old ones is neuroplasticity in action. The good news is that we all have the ability to learn and change by rewiring our brains. If you have ever changed a bad habit or thought about something differently, you have carved a new pathway in your brain and experienced neuroplasticity firsthand. With repeated and directed attention towards your desired change, you can rewire your brain.